Hey guys, it's me Tony and I'm back with a new video. I had to dive in here real quick to let y'all know what's going on with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Make sure y'all subscribe, like this video, definitely subscribe so we can get more views on our channel and we can talk about it. But here we go. So things are getting worse between Kenya and this whole situation with Britt Edie because Britt recently did an interview and she was saying that Kenya has not apologized to her at all since the incident happened and that Kenya has blocked her. The interviewer asked her, would she ever forgive her? And Britt was like, honestly, I would have, but I think Kenya feels that there's nothing wrong with what she's done and she's just standing on what she's done. And honestly, if we have to admit outside looking in, I think Britt is right. Kenya is not apologetic. But Britt even said that what Kenya did was far worse than what she had did. She felt like she was wrong for what she said, and she attempted to apologize, but Kenya's plan was just to humiliate her. And she said she even had to go to therapy about it. So guys, let me break this down for you. Britt is letting you guys know that she is traumatized from this incident, okay? And she doesn't feel like what she said was really like that on that level to basically receive that type of energy back from Kenya. Well, I guess Kenya must have heard news about this interview, or maybe she's somehow getting the interviews before they hit the public, but she immediately responded and announced on her Instagram that she's going to be dropping a video called Confessionals in My Words. And she wants a bunch of subscribers. She's saying that if you guys have questions, she'll answer them, but only for subscribers. So if you guys want to hear Kenya, you guys can, I guess, find her YouTube channel and subscribe and ask her questions. But she's saying that there's a lot of things she wants to say and she will be speaking on the situation more than likely. So I don't know, guys. It's just funny to me that these celebrities, as soon as they get sick of their reality show, they hop immediately on YouTube. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I understand, they want their money. But I just remember at one point they used to look down on bloggers and YouTubers and, kind of make fun of them. But now they're all doing it. I mean, I remember when it started with Candy. Candy never made fun of them. Candy loves her money income. So it started with Candy, then Dr. Heavenly. And Heavenly is also another boss who likes her money in all areas. And then guess who's on YouTube now? You guys guess, or here, I'll give you a hint.
Poster board that she showed, they could not show it on the show, which I'm so glad and thankful to Bravo for blurring it out and cutting out majority of what despicable things Kenya said about Britt. I'm so glad they took it out.
So that was Porsha Williams, aka Miss Peach Juice. Shout out to Bolo. I'm just playing. But Porsha is on YouTube now. She's a YouTuber, okay? She used to be a journalist. Now she's a YouTuber. But Porsha is saying that basically things were a lot worse than what we saw on Bravo. And I have to agree. Me personally, I have heard and I actually saw a little bit of footage from Kenya's event. And it was worse than what you guys saw on TV. Kenya definitely was going way lower with Britt than what you guys saw. It was more than just, oh, who is this HO? Like, no. Kenya was calling Britt an escort and saying how much her daily rate is and different rappers that she had allegedly been dealing with in the bedroom. It was pretty bad. But Porsha shared that a Real Housewife of Atlanta that is currently on the season gave Kenya the footage of Britt, the inappropriate footage, okay? And she's also alleging that Britt was underage in that footage, meaning Britt was a minor. Y'all remember Britt was saying that she was a minor, in music videos and this and that. She was in high school. So Kenya must have her ears to the streets like I do. That's how I'm here on YouTube with you guys, giving y'all all the tea. But Kenya decided to clap back at Porsha. She got down in the comments, honey, and she said, absolutely no one gave me anything. Stop using my situation for clickbait. So Kenya is calling out Porsha for trying to get views on her YouTube channel by speaking on her situation. Now, Porsha responded. Y'all know Porsha. Porsha gonna use that mouth. Porsha said, that's a lie. We talked day and night, and I personally went to production and the network and fought for you before you showed her underage explicit pics. Exclamation point. That's important. I also went after as well because I was hurt you had to leave. I checked on you because I cared and I care. I'm not your enemy, Kenya. Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now, whoa now, okay? Kenya, you can't fight everyone on the show. It's just not gonna, you can't fight all these people. You were wrong. Take the humble pie. But Porsha, listen, you can't talk about anyone else's situation when you have done a lot of dirty things that you have yet to speak on, okay? You have not felt comfortable speaking about the poor decisions you've made, the nasty things you've done. So why do you feel comfortable speaking on someone else's that you're supposed to be cool with? I think you should mind your business, and unless you're literally at your job, which is at, Housewives of Atlanta, when Andy asks you, what did you think, then you voice yourself. But for now, for you to be trying to make side money off of Kenya's downfall, you are not a friend. But then again, when have Kenya and Porsha ever really been genuine friends? When? And the tea is getting even more hot, guys, and I'm just spilling it on y'all because Nene Leaks hopped in the chat. Nene, the HBIC. Nene Leaks, the OG, decided to join in on this whole debacle. Kenya burst everyone. And she had to do a little repost of Miss Moore coming for her. Now, if y'all forgot, when Nene was getting phased out of the show, this is when Nene had before she had that big lawsuit with the network and everything, and they were trying to basically get her off the show in a subliminal way. Like, they started icing her out of episodes, and they weren't really filming with her no more. Kenya was making fun of Nene at the time. She was so happy about it. And guys, this is why we say be careful what you say, what you do, or when you laugh at others when they're down. Kenya was doing that. She was gloating about Nene getting like the ice treatment from Bravo. And now it looks like her words have definitely come back and bitter. But I'll repost what Nene posted on her story. And basically she was saying, wow, I think the message is crystal clear. Y'all check it out.
You're not as important as you think you are. The message is very clear. Either the network feels that you're still a valuable asset on the show, or they don't, and you're replaced or phased out, and you just have to move on.
And that was the quick clip of Kenya digging her own grave or eating her own karma, because literally this happened years ago. And it's funny because I did the math really quick. When Nene was axed out of the show, that was after 11 seasons, or maybe if you want to do 12 years, fine. But it was like her 11th season on the show, because remember, after season 12, she was done. And then I kind of did the math for Kenya. Kenya started season 5, and 11 seasons later, it was the same thing. She started getting axed out of the show. And it's just literally like, if that's not karma, I don't know what is karma. Both of you ladies had a huge impact on the show. We have to give them that. You guys have a big ego, and I'm not saying you don't deserve to, because you guys are boss women who have fun personalities at times, but then, both of them have shown like a little bit too much ego, and maybe they thought that they were bigger than the network at times, but overall, it's sad to see that the same way, Kenya laughed at Nene for getting removed from the show. Now it's your turn, Kenya. And it's kind of worse because Kenya does this a lot with a lot of people. I mean, she did the same thing with Cynthia and Kenya, and Kenya's just going down a spiral where she's falling out with everyone. I mean, she's fell out with Porsha at this point, Cynthia Bailey, Andy Cohen, Britt Edie, Nene Leaks. I mean, the list just keeps growing, okay? I remember when the news first broke out, shout out to Michelle ATL and Brown. Michelle came out with this info that Kenya was fired, okay? Or let go, since they're on a contract. Technically, you're not fired. They just decide not to renew your contract, or they break the contract with you, whatever, how they do it. Michelle broke this news before it even hit the internet, okay? And Kenya was down on there just lying, saying it's not true. She wasn't let go. She's still being paid by Bravo, this and that. Come to find out, it was true, Kenya. You did that horrible, you made that horrible decision, and now you're facing your consequences. But y'all like this video and subscribe. When I get a new update, I will be sharing it with y'all so y'all can get it. Don't worry. I am definitely going to fill y'all in. Y'all don't got to go looking hard for it, doing your research, or trying to click on a bunch of videos and Instagram links and whatnot. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to jump it all up for y'all. So like this video, subscribe to push out more content for us, and we all will talk about it. Head down to the comments and I will respond. Y'all know I like responding. I love hearing y'all opinions. Let me know what y'all think. Bye.